Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome to my channel, Autumn Moon the Mage. This is a general reading in regards to love for you, Aquarius. We are starting here with the Moonology Oracle deck to get the overall energy for you in regards to love or in regards to the connection that you are here about. Let's see what we got here. Two cards. The first is The Answers You Need Are Coming, Full Moon in Gemini. And a new romantic cycle begins, new moon in Libra. Libra always gets these like very loving cards. I know I'm not saying that this is a Libra reading. I wasn't confused in that. I'm just saying, oh, sorry, just a second. Sorry. But anyway, sorry. Libra always gets these like, I don't know, like cards that represent love seem to be tied to Libra all the time. What's that about? I don't know. Anyway, moving on. Answers you need are coming, and a new romantic cycle begins, which is all really positive energy. So perhaps there's something you've been wondering about. Maybe you've been wondering how someone feels about you, or maybe you've been wondering, I don't know. I don't know what that is in reference to for you personally, you know, but there's something that you've been seeking out answers for, or you've been curious about, and those answers are coming. And also a new romantic cycle is beginning, which doesn't necessarily have to be a new person. Okay. It could be a kickstart to something that you've already been involved with in the past, or that you're currently involved with, just like refreshing, you know. In relationships, we have good moments and we have bad moments, you know. We have moments where we feel more connected and moments where we feel a little bit distant with each other. So if you're already in a connection, this could indicate that, and you know, that you're going to feel a closer connection with the person that you're involved with. But we're going now to the tarot to find out how this person feels about you. How does the person connecting with Aquarius feel about them, please? that was weird. The Four of Cups. The Four of Cups. So that's a card, that's a very contemplative energy, you know, someone who's really thinking about something. They're not, it indicates that they're not exactly happy with, well, that's not the way to phrase it. Well, but I mean, it is the best way to phrase it. They're not exactly happy with the way things are currently. So they're looking at the past and trying to figure out, like, they did everything they thought they were supposed to. They did the things they felt compelled to do, but now they're here and it's like, it doesn't mean as much to them as they hoped it would, or it doesn't look like they hoped it would. There's something off about the situation, and they're thinking about the past, trying to figure it out. So if this is someone that you're apart from, you know, if this is someone from your past, then they may be thinking a lot about you and what went wrong with the connection, you know, because they kind of don't understand how, they see how the choices they made led to this moment, but they're not really happy with where they find themselves. So they're thinking a lot. Wow, King of Cups, that is water energy. So you might be dealing with a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, but King of Cups is someone who feels a lot of love, a lot of compassion, a lot of, he's very mature and stable, emotionally speaking, and he feels a lot, but male or female, it doesn't matter, which, it's just about energy, okay? It's not about gender, but the King of Cups is someone who feels a lot, but maybe isn't expressing it so much, you know, maybe keeping it to themselves, being a little bit, the emotions are all there, just maybe not being expressed, okay? Can we get 3 more cards? How does this person feel? How does this person feel about Aquarius? How does this person feel about Aquarius? The Hermit, which is Virgo energy. You might be dealing with a Virgo. I'm not at all surprised to see that. they're thinking a lot. They've possibly pulled back from you if this is someone you're currently connected with. If it's someone from your past, they're not, um, they're definitely, if they are involving themselves in your everyday life, they're kind of like, um, internally really thinking a lot, really soul searching, kind of trying to figure out with that Four of Cups as well. I mean, it's very like trying to figure it out, trying to find a solution, trying to see the answer. And if they aren't finding it in the past, looking back at the past, then they're definitely searching within themselves, like to try and figure it out. We got the Ten of Swords. Oh, that's sad. So there's a lot of pain here. That indicates that they feel like something ended. I didn't notice this before, but I don't know if that's a phoenix, but it looks like a phoenix to me, which makes me think of rebirth. I mean, when we end something, something new begins, The Ten of Swords, though, indicates an ending, and it's usually very painful energy. But the images here don't make you think of pain. With the phoenix there, that's rebirth. That's something being born again. And then these fairies here that are dancing over the flames, I don't know if you can see their faces, but they're actually really quite happy. They're joyful in their dancing over the flames. That's so interesting, because the Ten of Swords, like I said, indicates a painful ending. Something is ended and it was painful. Uh, Maybe it was for the best. Maybe something had to end. Um, because, when one door closes, another opens. So we get the Ace of Wands, which is aces are new beginnings, okay? Or the Ace of Wands can sometimes be feeling inspired, feeling excited about something, okay? Aces, like I said, represent new beginnings. The Wands, that's passion, that's excitement, okay? That's creativity, that's a spark, you know? Um, we also get the Knight of Swords, which is someone who's very dedicated, very committed, very focused energy. Okay. They know what they want and they're charging for it. And I mean, that may be you. I'm gonna clarify some of this here. I am, of course, curious about that Ten of Swords. So let's start there. Can you clarify the Ten of Swords for Aquarius here? What is this Ten of Swords? What did we get? Justice, which is Libra energy. You might be dealing with a Libra. This is the second mention of a Libra. The Hermit is Virgo. I said that. But Justice card. So that has to do with fairness. That has to do, sometimes the Justice has to do with something legal, like, like a marriage, for example, connected to the Ten of Swords. That's an end of a marriage. Maybe the person that you're connected with was involved with someone before and that connection has ended, which would explain the whole feeling, all the positive energy in that card, that Ten of Swords, which is normally very painful. Justice also has to do with balance, what's fair, what's right. And so perhaps, in ending something, now that has reestablished balance. Okay, that may be what this message is saying here. You'll have to take it how it resonates for you and the person you're connecting with. But yeah, with the Ten of Swords, something is definitely, they feel like something has ended. With the Justice, like I said, it has to do with fairness, has to do with balance. And I don't think that there's an end to fairness or balance. That doesn't really make sense. Um, but possibly. I mean, if that's what resonates for you, then, take that. Don't try to force, though. Don't try to force something if it doesn't resonate for you. But I want to also clarify that Knight of Swords. What exactly are they? What is this dedicated energy? They don't really look like they're taking action. With the Four of Cups and the Hermit card there, that's not a card of action. Okay, so sorry if you can hear my kids, by the way. They got laser tag for Christmas, and they are currently playing it all over the house. So sorry about that. We get the Four of Wands, which again can be in reference to a marriage. Four of Wands can sometimes refer to a wedding, but it does have to do with commitment and the celebration of that commitment, okay? It can have to do with community, because in the Four of Wands, we're coming together with our community to celebrate what we've been through together and what we hope to see in the future. So we also get the Four of Swords, which is a healing energy. Also very much like the Hermit card, actually. The Four of Swords and the Hermit are really very similar in my mind, but as in the same kind of energy. They're both kind of paused and very contemplative, like that Four of Cups is. They're thinking. And with the Four of Swords, it's kind of also a daydreaming, kind of a planning sort of card. So it could be that they are planning for that. And then we get the Devil, which is Capricorn energy. You might be connected to a Capricorn or connecting to a Capricorn, but the Devil has to do with addiction. It has to do with obsession. And excuse me. And actually the way that I'm reading this is that they are very, there is something that they're charging towards. I think that might be this Four of Wands, this like celebration, this like this coming together. Okay, the Four of Wands can also like represent a party, take it how it resonates for you, but it's like they're really they're really focused on, it's more like they want it, but not necessarily like they're taking action towards it. Like the Knight of Swords, like I said, is it feels more like an action energy, but with the Hermit and the Four of Cups, they're definitely not taking action. And so it's almost like they're daydreaming about it, or they're planning it, or they're thinking about it a lot, almost obsessively thinking about taking action, but not doing it. And with this Four of Wands, it can also well, I mean, it represents celebration. Um, wow. So you take that, how that resonates for you. I hope that makes sense. I hope it, yeah, I hope it makes sense for you there. Let's see if we can see more about the Four of Cups. The Knight of Wands. Okay. The Knight of Wands has to do, the Knight of Wands I kind of think of definitely as the seeker, okay? Definitely as a hunter of some kind. I mean, that's stating it in maybe not a very pleasant way, but the Knight of Wands is someone who's going after something, okay? And it's very passionate energy, so it could have to do with like physical connection, but it is somebody who's just, yeah, very passionately like driven to go for something. And that is where this Four of Cups is coming in. Maybe maybe where they've the Knight of Wands can also sometimes be like player energy, someone who's kind of like very flirty and forward, and so they may be disappointed in that aspect of the connection, perhaps how they've behaved in the past, or possibly how there was a lack of it in the past. I'm not sure, because I'm not there. So, but it does have something to do with that energy, that like passion and that uh, um, expression of that passion, and possibly even like chasing passion. Okay, so you'll have to take that, how that resonates. But let's go ahead and get advice here from from Oracle decks. We're starting here with the notes from the universe. Can we please get advice or thoughts for Aquarius in regards to love? I feel very distracted, and maybe it's because my children are running through the house shooting at each other, and I can hear that. Their little laser guns have this, I mean, they obviously make sound, so I can hear that. But maybe that has something, maybe my feeling distracted has something to do with the connection or the reading. But I feel like I'm unable to fully grasp it. And it started after this Ten of Swords. So like from here on, it's been kind of like harder to um, touch it, harder to see it, harder to like pull it out, if that makes any kind of sense to you whatsoever. And maybe that has to do with the answers that you're seeking. You know, this card here, the answers you need are coming. And maybe I'm not being given full access to the information because it needs to come out organically to you in some way. I don't know. I'm feeling like it's harder to reach the info. Um, there's a sign that, oh, Virgo. I usually feel that way with Virgos. Doing the Virgo reading, I feel like I can't access the info sometimes. Like they're just throwing shields up at me, and I'm like, let me get in here, kind of. And that's how it kind of feels, like I'm being blocked in some way. Um, and there is Virgo energy here with that Hermit. Maybe who you're dealing with is a Virgo. I don't know, but let's see what we got here. What would love do? Do you know why it's so easy for us in the unseen to quickly pinpoint your whereabouts? You leave behind footprints of love. Ah, the universe. The legend of Bigfoot continues. That's actually so sweet for Aquarius. I have a fond spot. I have a fondness for Aquarius. All the Aquarius that I know in my life, they are very loving, and I so appreciate their energy all the time. And so, um, this card is saying, of course, that you leave that energy everywhere you go, but also it's saying there may be a call for that in this situation. Okay. Because it's saying, what would love do? And it's like, um, yeah, what would love do? Sometimes we lead with logic, and we lead with what makes sense, or this is how it's supposed to be done, or something along those lines. Forget all of those. Forget all of those. And instead do what love would do. Okay. So there's that. We also get, give yourself much more credit. A stranger than strange preponderance to ponder. Those in great relationships aren't always those who are good at relationships. And those in challenging relationships aren't always those who are bad at relationships. Oh, see, wow. Even though I use preponderance ineptly, this one is really good. And this is just, I mean, it's a very clear message. This middle section here, those in great relationships aren't always those who are good at relationships. And those in challenging relationships aren't always those who are bad at relationships. So if you're holding yourself back because you've had bad experiences with relationships in the past, and you think you're just bad at love, that's not necessary. I mean, that's not the case, period. That's not the case. Okay. You were in those relationships and experienced those challenges for a reason. They were meant to help you grow. They were meant to help you expand. And so, sorry. So, so if you're holding yourself back because you think that your past experiences are proof that you can't do it, that's not the truth. Okay. And if you are in a connection and it hasn't been the easiest connection, that doesn't mean that you're doing anything wrong. It doesn't mean that the connection is wrong. You're bringing, like I said before, these challenges are being brought to you for a reason. They're helping you expand. They're helping you grow. And it doesn't mean that that you're in a bad relationship just because you find yourself facing more challenges than you see in other people's relationships. Also, just because people seem to have it easy doesn't mean that they're doing it right. You know, they may uh, be ignoring things. You know, there's so many reasons why they may not, it looks so easy for them because they're just not facing the truth of the situation, possibly it's just easy and they have an easy connection and it just works. That's possible, but it's not always the case. Okay. We're going to get one more card here from the Lover's Oracle for Aquarius, please. Advice or thoughts in regards to this connection or love in general. Okay. I don't, we'll take them. We'll just do it. We'll do it. But we're going to ask for one more just in case. We're going to see if there's anything else that wants to come out. Those last two, they felt weird, but okay, here we go. So the first one that came out is this one here, which says, forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. I feel like I was saying that with these other oracle messages here, you know, like just because things were hard in the past doesn't mean that you can't do it, okay? When we forgive ourselves, when we forgive the other people that we've been connected with, we release ourselves from that experience. And when we find gratitude in it, when we can see how that helped us improve who we are and how we love, okay? When we can do that, we find gratitude for that, it opens so many doors and it just really lifts you. And so this is, I mean, it says very specifically, stop focusing your energy on past events. Okay. We also get this card here. These are the two that flew out on their own. These are the two that I was unsure about, which I will show you. But this is the other card. It says surrender. At times we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. Is that not the exact same message? Surrender. Forgive and surrender. Whatever was in the past was in the past, you know? So these are the two that came out, and they may be like very specifically for one person watching the video, so don't immediately dismiss them just because I don't feel sure about them. They may be intended for, you know, like I said, someone in particular. But this one here, this card says, look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. This may be a message from the person that you're connecting with. If it's not a message from the person you're connecting with, then it is just your spirit guides and the universe, like confirming to you, you know, that they're aware of you and they love you. They care about you deeply and they want what's best for you. And they're just trying to help you get there. Okay. So take that how it resonates. This is the last one, which says, criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. So that's what I have for you, Aquarius. I hope that this resonated for you. I really do hope it resonated for you. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, I'd love to hear about it. If you wouldn't mind giving me a like on the video or posting a comment below if you feel comfortable doing that, that would be really awesome. But either way, thank you for watching. I hope that you have a beautiful day. Good luck with this and anything else you're working on. And I hope I see you back here next week. Bye.